Hey, everybody. Mike O'Keefe here again with another episode of Multiple Idiots, the podcast where I draft my dream team of groomsmen for my fake wedding. Thank you so much for listening. We got Mike Cronin, Mr. Meat, on the podcast today. He's hilarious. You guys are going to love him. We talk about comedy. We talk about Catholic school. And we talk about root beer floats. What more could you want? Find us on all the social medias at Multiple Idiots. I'm at the Mike O'Keefe. He's at Bonesnake3. Thank you so much. It's a really good chat. I think you guys are going to really love it. Thanks for joining me. And here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2. The second in voyage of Multiple Idiots. I'm your host, Mike O'Keefe. I'm excited to be here for the second one. That's what we're calling it, the second one. Last week, rave reviews. A lot of rave reviews. A lot of people reviewed the podcast while they were in an old warehouse, tripping on E and sucking on pacifiers. But yeah, it's good. I peed outside during the day today, so I'm a little wired from that experience. I didn't get caught by the cops. This is your first time joining us. Thank you for joining us. This is a show where I, Mike O'Keefe, find groomsmen to stand up with me at my wedding so I don't look like a dork and embarrass my wife that I'm not engaged to or married to yet. So thank you for being here, and let's get into it. My guest this week. What can I say about this man that I have not said about him before I bring him onto stage at a comedy show when I'm the host? He's a good guy. I've how long have we known each other, Meat?
Probably 6 or 7 years.
6, 7 in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we run a show together. I run the show, and then Meat pops in when he's in town. Yes. Is that fair to say?
That's completely fair to say.
I hate to cut you off.
Also, I've been on it longer than you.
That's so true.
and you just leapfrogged right over me.
I really came in there and was like, guys, I have nothing else. Mm-hmm. Let me do this. And I was like, that's fine. A baby was born out of our show. And that baby is my love of getting drunk for free every Monday night at the Gman Tavern. Guys, Mike Cronin's here. My good pal Meat's here.
Hey, everybody. And I think I speak for the whole crowd when I say, let's hear about that pee.
Let's hear about that pee. All right, here's what happened.
Pee cap. Here
we go. Aaron, our producer, can we get the pee drop? Thank you so much. Great drop. So I left work today. I work at a job that I'm not going to say the name of the company. I'm not going to say what I do. I'm not going to say whether or not I like it. I don't. But I leave work, and I'm like, I got a couple minutes. I'll go to the tavern by my house, the Clark Street Ale House, a bar by my house, and I had 2 beers in 1 hour, 2 for 1, they call it. And then I got on the train and I came up here and I had to pee, and there weren't any between where we record and the train. There wasn't any place to go to the bathroom, so I went in an abandoned car wash.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, dude. You know when like a gas station has a car wash like in the back of it?
Yeah.
The creepiest.
Uh-huh.
They're so creepy.
Yeah.
So creepy, in fact, that you might find some guy peeing in there one day. That guy will be. It'll be me.
And it'll always be. It'll always be Michael.
Also, if any cops are listening to this, we have a strict rule on this. No cops. Please, no cops.
Mm-hmm. Well, the statute of limitations.
On peeing outside?
Yeah. I think
15 minutes, probably?
Yeah, probably.
It's not that they're going to... What if a cop saw you doing that, or like you walked out of an alley and you looked, I guess, satisfied? And he was like, I need to run back to the station. I need to get a DNA kit. They have that. Might have spilled some juice.
They have that deja vu satellite where they can see in the past.
God, that would really wreck crime fighting for me, the common criminal, the common urinary criminal. But I tell you what, Meat, it's great to have you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
So we met in Cincinnati, your former and always home. Mm-hmm. You've done a hell of a job of moving back without actually moving back.
Thank you.
I admire that. Go bananas. Like, go bananas is always like the optimal setup if you're on the road. Mm-hmm. Bar next to the club. Yeah.
Great hangout scene.
Great. It's a hell of a hangout scene. Mm-hmm. To the point where I've gone to Cincinnati days early just to hang out.
Yeah, you did this last time.
I did. We went to a 4th of July party.
Yeah.
Where I was so hot from the sun that I went into the basement of the house that didn't have any carpeting. It's just cold concrete, and I took off all my clothes and I just laid down with my back on the cold concrete.
And there was a party going on around you.
Yeah, there was like people having fun within earshot. I'm just like, you guys bring me a broad. I have a bad body.
You're just like a reverse lizard, just trying to cool down on a cool stone.
It's like, listen, that scene in Goodfellas where they pull the guy out of the freezer, that's my dream. That's all I want. Is to just be in there cold.
Yeah, not like a hyperbolic chamber, but just, it's just like one of those meat fridges, meat freezers.
Yes, exactly. Oh, I don't want to go to like a fancy setup or anything.
Yeah.
Where you stand in that like cylinder. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't want to do that.
No.
There's people there.
Yeah.
Get them out of there. Fucking meat locker.
Give me a bag of peas as a pillow and I'm set.
That's all I need, baby. I'll be in there forever. This wedding's going to suck. Because it's going to be in a meat freezer. But hey, you've sweat before, right?
Oh, yeah. Quite a bit.
I only asked the tough questions.
I spend most of that party in the pool because I would just avoid sweating so much.
If I wasn't on the concrete, I was in the pool.
Yeah.
And I remember saying, listen, if you're already wet, no one can tell you're sweating.
That's true.
It's a tip out there to all you
sweaters.
Are you big, hairy, gross gentlemen? But you do. You're out there in America. Doing
I am. Yeah,
comedy.
I'm back for a while.
Okay.
Not my choice, but
why is it dried up?
Yeah, it's all dried up.
It's all dried up. The road's weird, man.
Yeah,
because there's like it's like there's peaks and valleys. You know?
Yeah. You'll be gone for 2 months, and then you'll come back, and you're like, well, I have nothing, and I have bills.
Oh, shit, bills. That's the worst part about being an adult is bills.
Yeah.
I don't think we're saying anything anyone hasn't. Mm-hmm. So when you started comedy, what was like, why? Because you, like me, a footballman in high school.
Sure.
Bit of a jock. We both went to shit ass Catholic schools, right?
We sure did. I mean, mine was great.
Oh, mine was terrible. I hated mine. Well, do you have babes at your school?
No. All bros, baby.
All bros. Bros before? I hated it so much. I really did. What did you like about it?
I liked so many things. I mean, we were good at sports, so it was fun to watch sport, to win.
It's fun to win.
Everybody got along. Like the whole, there was like 250 people in the class, and I was probably friendly with at least 200 of them.
Okay.
And
who are these 50 you had a problem with?
I didn't care much for them.
Yeah. They were terrible people.
Yeah. I didn't get along with F50.
Yeah, it is weird when you tell people about going to an all-boys high school, and then you're like, yeah, I never saw anyone fight my whole time there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very weird. Very weird.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know about your school, but ours was, we were so bonded to the point where it was like us versus every teacher in every class.
Oh, yeah. I do miss that.
Yeah.
I 100% miss that.
Yeah.
Just the art of just compulsory fucking around.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Fucking around, cheating.
Oh, cheating so hard.
Yeah.
So hard. Like,
and just abusing teachers mentally. Just really.
What was like the greatest hits of that?
My brother did something that he says made the teacher quit.
What?
Which I believe.
Oh my God.
He got the entire class to stare at this teacher's dick for the entire class. So the guy would sit down and everyone would stand up, like looking around. People would look around people just to stare at his crotch for 45 minutes. 30.
Did he ever like say anything about it?
I think he like yelled at him a couple of times, but what can you force a crowd of teenagers to do?
Stop looking at something else. Look other places.
Yeah.
Look at my breasts or something. I don't what do you even say? Oh my God. That would be if someone we know ever does like an hour special. I want to open for it just to tell everyone in the audience, hey, when Bobby Buds or whoever comes out here. No offense to Bobby. I love you, Bobby. But
Bobby, you're great.
Right, yeah, you're great. Yeah. That's just literally the first name that comes to my head. Because I'm going to the Cubs later. He's a big Cubs guy. But when your headliner comes out, just look at their dick. Just to have that captured on film. Man, seriously though, you should do 2 hours. Like when I think Doug Benson did an hour regular and then an hour high.
Yeah.
Hour good, hour just looking at your dick.
Just looking at the dick. I would do that.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think that needs to happen.
Uh-huh.
Our big one was somebody drew a big, like I think it was like an elephant or something, and on the whiteboard, and it was a giant elephant, took up the whole whiteboard, and when the teacher erased it, in Sharpie they also drew just a giant veiny cock. This like nice reveal of like, oh, that's totally a dick. All right, cool, nice, hell yeah. Man, drawing dicks was like it's so honestly looking back, like in all boys Catholic school, the amount of dicks drawn is second to none.
Oh yeah, that app produces everywhere. Yeah, good luck with that, China.
You guys are going back to the fucking Stone Age.
We're in the Bone Age, bro.
Yeah,
drawing them dicks,
strongs, veiny fuckers, the big old vein. That's a guy who saw us in Cincinnati in July. Hey, y'all drawing them big old veiny fuckers?
Where them veiny fuckers at?
Well, goddamn. Well,
a good goddamn.
Well, good goddamn.
Back to your question 10 minutes ago. I was always making people laugh in high school.
Yeah.
And
man, that's like currency in high school.
Yeah.
It's like I was a decent ball player, and you were you good?
If I would have played at like a scrub school, if I would have just stayed in public school, I probably would have started. But because I was in a school with a bunch of really good athletes, I was not good.
I played with 3 guys who ended up going to the NFL. I was like, I played a decent amount, and like I could have gone to like Dayton, but I was like, I don't.
Then you'd be at Dayton.
Then I'd have to go to Dayton. Yeah. I don't know, be a fucking Wiley's guy. Come on. No offense to Wiley's. But yeah, I had the same exact thing. But like, if you're funny and like not a jag-off, you know, just good.
And I was in my English class one day. I had this really cool English teacher, and I was just fucking around before the class, and he had these 2 filing cabinets in the back, and I was just humping one just to make my friend laugh. And he caught me. He's like, Cronin, see me after class. And I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah. And then after class, he's like, it was towards the end of the year, and he was like, here's a list of comedies I want you to watch over the summer, and I think you should start writing jokes.
Really?
Yeah.
At Moeller? Uh-huh. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you remember what was on the list?
Wet Hot American Summer was the big one.
Okay.
That I'd never seen before. And
man.
That was so good.
That's a cool move on his part.
Yeah.
Because a lot of, would you remember what else? Was there anything that you didn't like on that list?
No.
Okay. Was I'm gonna just take a couple steps. Was Lost in America on that list?
I don't think so.
Okay. Was like Bananas on there?
No.
I'm trying to think of movies that English teachers like.
It was definitely a couple of Monty Pythons that weren't Holy Grail. And
I love Monty Python, but not the Holy Grail is.
I think Life of Brian is.
Life of Brian.
Yeah.
I'll revisit it. But there's other stuff where I'm just like, I get it. Way to go,
you kooky Brits.
You English dickheads. Nah. Oh yeah, the cartoon blows a horn and her dress comes up. Yeah, good for you. You jackasses. My fucking relatives are gonna bomb you with a car. Anyway, listen, I know that this show, the premise of it is a lot like the movie I Love You, Man. I get it, but here's what some of the differences. Number one, this is real life.
Yeah.
All right. Number two, Paul Rudd in that movie, he was the groom. I want Paul Rudd to be my groomsman.
Yeah.
Let's get Rudd on this thing. We'll get him in there.
Come on,
So
Rudd.
I'm starting. Listen, the first episode not even dropped yet.
Rudd, call Siegel. Tell him to get out of here.
Tell Siegel to kick the fucking bricks.
Hit the road.
Get out of here, Siegel.
We want Ant-Man.
We want the Ant-Man. We saw him.
We did see him.
And we split a root beer float. It was listen, we looked so boss.
Oh, yeah. We're the two most boss guys in that theater by far.
So boss.
So boss.
Listen, if you're in suburban Cincinnati, they got a movie theater where you can order anything.
Yeah.
Get the root
They bring
beer
them right
float.
to your seat. Get
You're
the root beer
welcome.
float. Get an extra root beer with no ice.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Listen, Meat talks about root beer floats more than the president of A and fucking W.
Oh, yeah.
He loves them. Let me ask you this. Come Cronin's wedding time, the bells are ringing. Is a root beer float part of the spread?
A root beer float fountain? Yeah, absolutely.
A root beer float fountain?
Yeah.
Explain this to me. What's the setup for this?
I think it's going to be continuous root beer flowing through a fountain.
Okay.
And every so often, we're going to get a guy to just put a big old scoop of ice cream in there.
So it's not like I get a cup and I hold it under. I get a cup. There's a soft serve machine over
They're going to
here.
be
Crank-a-lank-a-doo.
No, soft serve. Fuck, get that out of there.
Hand scooped. All right. Hey,
hand scooped.
I don't know, man.
You get hand scooped.
I'm not the boss. You're the fucking float guy.
You dip a chalice in like an Indiana Jones.
Do I have to take? I take one chalice and then I take one bag of sand that weighs about as much as the chalice.
Yeah, you got to replace everyone with a bag of sand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or some big old bowling balls gonna get us. Gotta get us.
And then we get one of the staff to just drop a little ice cream in there.
All right. Just a little
Bloop.
bloop. Bloop. Can I tell you something that ruined floats for me for a lot of years?
Yeah.
When I was about 9 or 10, my mother, Mary Ellen, God rest her soul, even though she's still alive. Preemptive.
May she rest in peace at night when
At
she
night.
sleeps.
God rest her soul, eventually.
God forbid.
God forbid. So anything happened to her. Her birthday is in 2 days, by the way.
Oh.
So she'll never hear this. I don't want her to.
And it'll be after her birthday when it comes out.
That is the thing where I'm like actively like, I'm going home this weekend for shows and I'm like, do not tell your parents about this. Because if you have a podcast where you're like, I'm drafting groomsmen, they're like, you didn't tell us you were getting married. That's not the point. It's not the point. And my parents are almost in their 80s. I can't fucking explain to them what a podcast is. There's so many fucking red flags with my and they don't get it. But did your parents, when you said you wanted to like do comedy, did they what was that conversation like? And was it a conversation or did it just kind of happen?
It just kind of happened. I got lucky because my older brother decided a few years before that he wanted to be a college football coach.
Oh.
Which is an equally unobtainable goal.
100%.
Chasing a dream.
Yes.
And they told him for years he wasn't going to make it and and he should just give up and get a real thing. And then he got incredibly successful and boy, was their face red.
Yeah. Here's the thing about coaching football or like trying to make it in athletics. As many comedians as you think there are, imagine how many people are trying to coach college football.
Yeah.
Like, probably a billion times more. Like, that's crazy. But your brother he's coaching now? He's at USF?
Yeah, he's at USF.
The Bulls?
The Bulls.
How are they doing this year? Do you
Great.
think
Undefeated.
Congratulations. They're not Power 5, though. They're in the conference, you say?
American.
AAC? Okay.
Yep.
Do you think I could beat up their worst player?
No.
Okay, damn it.
No chance.
Shit. Who do you think I could beat up right now in this day and age?
My oldest niece.
How old is she?
She's 9.
Okay.
No, she's 7.
I couldn't take her then.
Yeah.
7, they're still cute. You know?
I know. Yeah.
Well, do you remember the last time you got into like a fight?
A scrap?
Yeah,
A scrap?
A scrap? A ballyhoo?
A
Donnybrook? A rumble?
I only got one.
A barroom brawl?
I only got in one fight, and it was just with a friend. We're just like, hey, let's fight for fun.
What the fuck? Why? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy. And we're like, first rule, no hitting in the face.
Okay,
we're like,
cool.
Obviously.
All right.
Ready, fight. He punches me in the face.
You basically told him, like, listen, instead of saying, hey, let's not punch each other in the face, you should have said, hey, I'm not going to be guarding my face in a few seconds.
Oh, that was his rule.
Oh, that was his rule?
Yeah.
He's brilliant.
Yeah.
He's great. He's, boy, oh boy.
That's why he was the quarterback. He's smart.
Ooh. And that's why you
are dumb.
What position did you play? An interior lineman? Playing the interior line? Guard?
I was guard and tackle. I could play the whole line except for center.
I realized the other day the only 2 positions I never played. I played football from 3rd grade to 12th grade. The only 2 positions I never played were center or quarterback, or punter or kicker. I never touched the ball with my feet or threw it.
You were a DB for a while?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes. Because when I started, I was fucking 8, and I was not filled out yet. Mm-hmm. So when you're 8 and you play junior football, you're just like, oh, get in the back there. Get in the fucking back.
Get in the back.
It's like, and like you have to play a certain amount of plays. You got to get your plays in. You got to play 8 plays.
Oh, you got to get your plays in.
Got to get your plays in. Mm-hmm. 8 plays every half, I think. So my first 2 years was just me in the back, just being like, oh, I like it here. This is fun. It's cool. I get to wear all this stuff like the other guys. Uh-huh. And then I eventually, once 9/11 happened, I thought it was coming. So I got really
You got to bulk up after that. You said your mom ruined floats for you.
So floats were ruined for me when I was 10 years old. My mother, not going to listen to this podcast, going to have too many questions, does understand phones. Great lady.
Yeah.
Box of rocks.
May she rest in peace.
May she rest in peace. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you so much. She takes me to the Baskin Robbins by the house, and I heard a kid order a float, and he got mint chocolate chip ice cream in orange soda.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
That's just like that's a toothbrush mistake.
Yeah.
That's like Aaron, our producer, a toothbrush mistake, he says. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
It's awful.
It's the worst shit in the world. But he was like, he ordered it, then I watched him drink all of it, and I was just like, that, ugh. Ugh. It's just an orange and green, just, it was bad. And it ruined floats for me for many years until I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp. My good friend, the Meat Man. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
And the Wasp. My dad used to drink brown cows.
What's a brown cow?
Now, what a real brown cow is Verner's. It's a Verner's float with vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
Or chocolate ice cream, I'm sorry.
Okay. Well,
vanilla or chocolate?
There'd be the Boston Cooler.
Okay.
Boston Cooler with chocolate syrup or chocolate ice cream? Chocolate ice cream. Boston Cooler with chocolate. Verner's chocolate ice cream.
Yeah.
Man, that does sound pretty good, right?
Well, here's what my dad would do.
What would your dad do?
He would just take
Bob
a Verner's.
Cronin?
Kevin.
It's weird. Old guy named Kevin. Weird. Yeah. There's gonna be old people named like Aiden soon. It's fucking weird, right? Anyway, open mics are on Tuesday. Sorry, go on.
Hey, Grandpa Schuyler, tell me that story about your high school.
Caden, Grandpa Caden, can you?
He would drink a Werner's, pour it into a glass, and pour on top of that chocolate milk.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's weird.
It's
I guess
disgusting.
it makes sense, but just that's a lot of different types of liquid, which is my concern.
We also used to order milkshakes, but only if they were really thin.
Really thin?
Yeah.
Just get milk, dog.
Yeah, I know.
What the hell?
But when he would order them at restaurants,
why are you paying for extra ingredients? Just make more of the same fucking thing.
When he would order them at restaurants, he would go, "Can I get a chocolate shape mixed real thin?" And then he would do this motion with his hands, where it was like one hand washing the other. It was just like really. I was like, "Oh, Dad, that's so disturbing."
Listen, that was one of the creepiest things I've ever seen.
I know.
But it's just imagine if you put both your fists like one on top of each other and then move them like a circle, but have them touch the whole time. Oh my god!
And have your fingers limp.
Fingers very limp
over it. Yeah.
Like al dente noodles.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is haunting. That is haunting.
Yeah.
And he gave you the nickname Meat.
No.
Oh, your brother did.
My brother
right?
did,
okay.
yeah.
Your brother looked right at your dick during dinner. It was like, "You're meat now."
Yeah, both of them did. Whole dinner.
Whole dinner. And one of them said, "I'm going to go coach college football." The other one said, "I'm staying in Cincy." Now, I met your other brother, the not coach one, when we were at the bar in Cincy there. Mm-hmm. Nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Nice guy.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
He's a good kid.
He's a good
kid.
He's a good kid. Mm-hmm. He's a good kid. You know who else is a good kid? You're a good guy.
Oh, thank you.
I've been meaning to tell
I thought you were
that.
going somewhere else.
No, I thought I was going to, and then my head was just like, you know what? Just send this one right on back to me.
Thank you.
It's the mate band. You like the show still? You like doing the show?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's good to have a place in town to go. And if any comedians are out there listening, which I'm sure,
Yeah.
there's at least 3. Mm-hmm. But I honestly think this applies for any art. If you can do the same thing every week, like the same thing at the same place every week, like if you have a set time where you know you have to have something ready for that specific place and time every week, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, because all these old pro wrestlers will always talk about like, hey, we'd work Memphis and we'd have to do a show every night for 10 days for the same people, and we'd have to come up with something new every night. I feel like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know? How do you take some of that on the road? Like when you're when you're going out with Kreischer or the other guy, Andy, or Segura, or Winslow, or Jimmy
Amundsen.
Walker, Amundsen, the greats.
Jimmy Walker, Science.
The guy from that one movie. That's the bummer of some comedy clubs where it's just like, all right, up and comer, guy who just had a Netflix special, John Stamos. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Jesus Christ. It's like a guy from SNL in the early 80s who you know wasn't a stand-up.
Yeah.
It's like a Robert Downey Jr. That's a bad example, but
Michael C. Hall?
Yeah, Michael C. Hall. Oh man, Brad Dorfman's doing stand-up.
Oh boy.
But when you're on the road, what's your how do you operate? How do you go through keeping things fresh? Because you're out there for a while.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't do that. I was terrible at it, and that's why I had to get off the road for the most part.
What do you mean? How do I keep things fresh?
How do you live with yourself out there?
Oh yeah. Pretty easily, actually. No, I like to travel. I like, I don't mind sitting in a hotel room all day by myself.
It is pretty fun.
Probably the biggest thing you have to know to do, to be able to do, to be a comic is just
totally
waste time in between shows.
Man. Yeah. I was always great at that, but the driving kind of got to me eventually. And I still go on the road. I still like doing it, when I do it.
Yeah.
But now that it's not like everything I have to do, I enjoy it way more. And that brings me to the next point. How often are you jerking off in these hotel rooms?
Oh, constantly. Daily at the minimum.
Comics love talking about jerking it. It's jerking it and 9/11.
Yeah.
Comics can't stop.
Can't stop.
It's just jerking it. 9/11.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. None of us jerked it on 9/11, though. We love the troops.
We do. We love the troops, except for that goddamn Louis C.K. That guy.
Look what happened to him.
Now he just has to do sets. Surprise. Didn't lose anything, which is a goddamn
Which is
shame.
actually how he got in trouble.
Yeah. It's very ironic.
Yeah.
Jesus. That's... Boy, oh boy. Only took two and a half episodes to get
Yep. But recently, in the last couple of years, I've had more fun on the road. I've been looser. I like just like fucking around more on stage.
Yeah. I kind of got that too, where I'm just like, it's not that this doesn't matter, but like, is my career going to be shaped by, 100 weirdos in fucking Des Moines or whatever?
I mean, I was really inspired by the number one fan of this podcast, Tom Takar. Oh, but when he did Conan, I watched it at the bar next door to Cincinnati, or Go Bananas.
Yeah.
And with a bunch of comics, and he was just like fucking around on it. And it was like cool to see him on
he was so loose.
that level, just be loose and like,
I watched it in Mexico. I was on vacation with my girlfriend's family down there, and it was one of those things where I was like, oh yeah, it is like fun to do comedy, right? It's like, this is supposed to just be like a fun thing, because I think it's so easy to get trapped down in like, they did this and the other did this and this person doesn't deserve this and yada yada, and that stuff is, boy oh boy, you can talk about it for hours. No one cares. It doesn't matter. It's what you're supposed to be. I like having fun,
Yeah. Like I have a new joke where I
don't. I know what joke you're going to talk about.
I'm not going to.
Please don't do it on
I'm not going to do it, but I will.
I'm kidding. Okay.
There's just a joke that's filthy, and it's also like you only get it if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
It references cream pies.
As you're just right. I think I know what you're talking about, and
but anyways, what I've been started doing is since it's like a 10%er, it doesn't work for most audiences. But what I've started doing is just
you need me there. Bump that up to 12.
Is putting it on the headliner and be like, this guy, he's making me do this joke.
That's my favorite thing in the world.
I don't like it. I know you're not going to like it, but he's forcing me to do it. So here it goes. What'd you give me this for?
I have no idea. I'm sorry.
Give me a pen and paper. He's like, here you go.
Slowly. I'm gonna do that during every one of these. Just be like, hey, why don't you write that down?
Why don't you confess your sins?
Why don't you talk about how weird I am at parties?
Put a Herbie Hancock on there.
Put a little John A. Adams on there. Why don't you give me your Paul Giamatti?
It's Q. It's Q Adams.
I don't know. Maybe I had a brother. Fuck off. One of my... I'm going to say one more thing, and then we'll get into the questions. After the day after the last wedding I went to, we were all me, Mal, and a bunch of our friends were hanging out. We were watching the cinematic classic, My Best Friend's Wedding, which we've all seen on TBS on accident, probably in a hotel room post self-coitus. That's what it's on. Yeah. And there's a scene in that movie with Paul Giamatti. He's like a bellhop, and he has like a nice little conversation with Julia Roberts. Mm-hmm. And one of Mal's friends just goes, "Oh man, is that Phil Giamatti?" That's like my favorite thing in the world. Because now whenever I see him, I just go, "Oh, Phil." You didn't say it like, "Oh, is that famous actor Phil Giamatti?" She said it like they went to high school with that guy. "Oh, is that Phil Giamatti?" Oh, geez.
Is that Philly Giamatti?
Looks good. Looks good. He was the manager for the baseball team.
I dated his cousin for a while.
Yeah. Weird balls. Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
But, oh man. So my other favorite story. It's like the same story, but it's so good. Dark Knight Rises comes out 2012, maybe something like that. Yeah,
somewhere around there.
Yeah, me and two of my really, really good best friends, Trevor Smith and Ricardo Flanagan, we go to see it. It's the day after that. There was like a shooting, remember, during a midnight showing in somewhere in Colorado. So everyone is very on edge. Like everyone is very tense. They do a speech before the movie. Like the manager walks out in front of everyone, is like, "Hey, here's your exits. Let's all be cool. It's just Batman. Everything's fine." I don't know if he said it's just Batman, but that's okay. So the movie starts. This is the third Nolan Batman movie. The opening scene is Commissioner Gordon giving a speech about how there's no Batman anymore or something, or what have you. It's very quiet, and you can kind of feel this tension of like, oh man, this movie better be good because we're all terrified right now. And then a guy like 2 rows behind us just goes, "Oh shit, it's Gilly Sinise!" Everyone laughed so hard. It's like, first off, that's not appropriate.
Not true at all.
Number 2, that's not Lieutenant Dan, dude. That is so good. That is so, oh my God, it's my favorite thing in the world. I love it so much.
I saw, not me, somebody saw that with Cincinnati comic John Holmes, no relation to the adult film star
opener.
And
for the better part of almost 9 years now.
And the credits roll. They hadn't said anything all movie. And
Love
John,
Holmes, by the way. Love you, buddy.
Yeah, John leans over and he goes, "What'd you think of that movie? Because Joseph Gordon loved it."
Oh, he is a hot cup of soup.
Hot soup, that guy.
Hot soup, that. JGL. All right, Meat. This has been fantastic. Thank you so much for that portion of the show.
Great.
We got a couple questions for you, and then we'll get out of here. It was my first time ever seeing a baseball game at Wrigley Field. I've seen the band Green Day there, and I've seen James Taylor there.
Okay.
And I enjoyed one of those shows more than the other. All right. So this is of course we're seeing if you're going to be one of my groomsmen, one of my multiple idiots. I need an army of multiple idiots up there.
Protect that bride from getting stolen.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right. First things first. Sorry. When you do a podcast, you're not supposed to bang on the table like a maniac for no reason to do a fucking take to knowing someone that's not here. Plan me a bachelor party, Meat.
All right, it's going to be you, me, the boys. We're renting out the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Okay, yep. All right. Hell yeah.
And we're cruising around town, going to a couple of ballparks.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
So we're either doing this in New York, Chicago, or Los Angeles, because we got to have multiple.
Or in Detroit. Here's what I'm thinking.
What?
We go to the Tiger Stadium.
Okay. Comerica Park.
Catch a professional game.
Okay.
And then we're good and drunk. We go, those idiots don't know how to do it. Why don't we go down to the old ballpark?
Oh, yeah.
And we go down to like a high school field.
Okay.
Do a pickup game ourselves.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I should tell you that me and Mike, we're both stand-up comedians, but more importantly, we were the double play tandem for the Reds in the late 1980s.
That's true.
That's very true.
Mm-hmm. I was I was 3 years old, and Mike was...
And I was 1 year old.
1 year old, yeah.
Yeah, but we were pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty good. Mm-hmm. That sounds fantastic. And we're doing this back home for me.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I like the idea of a back home bachelor party. And I also like the idea of getting one of us drunk and giving them a baseball bat. I think that's great.
It's all going to work out.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. Mm-hmm. Do you know on the grounds of the old Tire Stadium, they now have like a world class Little League field? They built on it. It looks amazing. It looks great, and they're going to start having like big fancy tournaments there. Not like they're not moving the World Series out of wherever the fuck they have it, but they're going to start doing like big, cool Little League things there, which is great because that's just been a lot.
Yeah.
That I used to get drunk in as a punk rock kid for years and years and years.
Oh, that reminds me.
Close to
we end the night by burning down a building in true Detroit fashion.
Oh, and we sing that song from 8 Mile?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, I should tell you, my new bit with Mallory is trying to convince her that the character of Cheddar Bob in 8 Mile is based on me. But I wasn't Cheddar. I was Provolone Mike.
Yeah.
And I didn't accidentally shoot myself in the leg. I pulled a gun out and shot myself in the leg on purpose because I forgot my rap. They're like, Provolone Mike, kick it. And I was like,
shit.
Crank.
Oh, your gun makes a crank noise.
Yeah, I have a weird crank gun. It's from a 40s cartoon. Provolone Mike. Anyway, number 2. Where are you going to keep the ring? You got to hold it. Where are you going to keep it?
Oh, that's... Wow. You know where I'm going to keep it?
Where?
That change pocket in your jeans.
Second week in a row.
Yeah.
Change pocket in your jeans. I love it. You know what I put in there? My pills.
Your
anyway, my pills in there. That's literally exactly what's not good with the last episode. That's let me tell you this. I'm gonna raise the stakes. And I'm also gonna raise the size of the ring. The ring is now the size of a big old mason jar.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Mallory has elephantitis in this scenario.
It's a very severe winter, and all of her joints are swollen.
They're very swollen. Yeah. We are getting married on January 49th, the middle of winter.
Oh boy. Does it have to be on my person?
No. Where do you hide it? There's bandits afoot.
Oh, you got to worry about those bandits. I think it's got to go in a trap door.
Fair enough. I'm so thrown off by that.
I got some wood paneling. I'm just going to rip that up.
Okay.
And stick it behind one of those.
I love it. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's
Put
very good.
Put a picture up. The picture is of a different ring. Dude, it's going to really throw them off their scent.
That's really smart.
Yeah.
Man, that is some diabolical shit that only Provolone Mike would.
Oh, shit. I'm Provolone Mike?
No, I'm Provolone Mike.
Oh, okay.
You're sausage boy. Sorry.
Thank you.
Provolone Mike and sausage boy. Coming to rap at you. I got a lot of family members. This is the third question. I got a lot of family members. Some of them are, frankly, they're dipshits. Mm-hmm. Bad people. Ponky's their last name. You don't get a name like Ponky unless you've done some dirty. It's a bad name.
Yeah, that is a real bad name. I thought you were joking.
Oh, it's real. Ponke. It's terrible.
Oh, yeah, that's no good.
Again, they're all, they don't know how to work. What they think, oh, what do you got there? Rectangle? No, it's a cell phone.
What, do you got, a shiny brick? What is that?
Wait, you think you're better than me? That's all they'd say to you. One of them, in the middle of the nuptials, the ceremony, the proceedings, they stand up, they go, they got a pitchfork, they got a lantern, they got a bindle because they got kicked out of the hotel. They're leaving town after this? They're all packed up? They just got kicked out of the hotel because they were trying to wash their feet in the fountain. Mm-hmm. Someone tries to ruin the wedding. What do you do?
What do I do? Well, luckily I just watched the movie Crazy Rich Asians last night, so
I saw it like a week ago.
It was great. I loved it.
Here's my problem with it.
Too many Asians. Yes.
No.
I know you, and I knew that would bother you.
Go there. Don't go there. I didn't think there were enough Asians. There was 2 white people at the beginning, and I hated them. They were the most unlikable characters in the movie. Weren't enough Asians.
They really were.
Yeah, there was. I thought it was a very beautiful movie. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what. Here's my problem. I couldn't decide whether they were more crazy or more rich.
Yeah. That's a big issue with the movie.
Definitely Asian.
Yeah, for sure.
100%. Sorry. So, but what happens? I apologize.
But they have a fixer in the movie who like takes care of things, and there's a trashy film star who's dating one of the relatives, acting a fool.
She was acting a damn fool. She was woo.
So he goes over, so I'm going to whisper something to him like, hey, they're having a fire sale at the Walmart.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they get out of there. Uh-huh. They go to Walmart. That's so smart.
Yeah.
Man, that's smart. Mm-hmm. I really did. I really did like that. I thought Crazy Rich Asians. I thought it was fantastic.
That was great.
That mom from Fresh Off the Boat. She's great in everything she's done.
Yeah.
And that Harry Golden guy, the handsome guy,
the main guy,
main handsome. First movie he was ever in. I thought it was fucking great.
It was great.
It was great.
The fixer guy I was talking about.
Yeah.
I worked with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
Nico Santos is his name.
Nico Santos. He's on Superstore too.
Yeah, he's really
hilarious.
great. Yeah,
that guy's great.
Yeah,
I'd love to have him on this. Can you put a good
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, we got 2. We need Nico Santos, and we need the Rudski.
We need the
Rudsker. Rud-a-dud-dud. Milk Ruds. Number 4. Give me a best man speech.
All right.
Won't look at you during this portion of the show.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank the maid of honor for that attempt at a speech. I like to put her in her place before I begin.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I've known Mikey Boy for about 8 years now, and back when he was provolone Mike. And our first weekend together, he was the first guest in the Go Bananas Comedy Condo.
I was, yeah.
That's true. And boy, we had fun together, slapping skins and high fives.
We fuck. What are you talking about?
I meant high five. I forgot what slapping skins meant for a second. High fiving, talking baseball, talking shop is what we were doing.
We talked a lot of shop.
And
wood shop, the only class we both got A+ in high school.
But it was a bond for life that weekend, and we've never looked back. We've been best friends ever since. And we started a show together. We started a life together. And Mallory, or whoever you are who's marrying Mike, I just want to let you know if you get sick and you have to leave this mortal coil a little earlier than expected, don't you worry, because I got our guy, okay? I got our boy. I love you, Mikey. I'll always love you. Let's raise our glasses, everybody.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That was great. Yep. You want to hit that one? There we go.
There we go.
Me and Mal kiss, and I go, oh, if you die, it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Mike's like my godfather. It's great. Thank you so much for being here. That was a good time. I think we got it done. I think we did it. So now we come to the point where I need to make a decision. Are you going to be a part of the crew? Are you gonna saddle up and ride with me and the multiple idiots. And I got to tell you,
oh boy, he's shaking his head.
didn't make the cut. You liked high school too much.
Fuck.
What a fucking nerd! This guy liked high school. Get out of here. Not even invited to the wedding. You don't get a +1. You get a +2. I'm flipping off with both fingers right now.
Damn.
Me, tell them where they can find you.
Find me on everything at Bonesnake3.
Who's Bone Snake 2?
It's my dad. It's Kevin.
One of the fucking greatest jokes.
Yeah, it's based off a joke I have that you can hear off my debut comedy album, Hot for Too Long. It's on everything. Pandora, Spotify, whatever you got.
iTunes.
Buy it on iTunes if you want to be a hero.
Yeah. And then, are you every Monday come to the Gman Tavern? Do you have any road dates coming up that are close enough?
When's this come out?
It's first week of October.
First week of October.
First week of October.
Second week of October.
Second week of October.
I will be at the 10,000 Laughs Festival.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, October 18th through 20th in Minneapolis. And then I will be in Spokane, Washington, November 1st through 3rd.
Ooh, nice. Who are you with up there?
It's two different people, Eddie Ift and somebody else.
Oh, cool. That'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
The Spokane people just bought a club in Appleton, Wisconsin called the Skyline Comedy Cafe that I've been going to for my entire career. And they gave it a huge facelift, and it's awesome now.
Yeah, it's
that
great.
whole group, Baker Entertainment, fucking aces, man. They're the best. I'm at the Mike O'Keefe October 15th. Come down to the G-Man. It's going to be my birthday. It's going to be awesome.
Hey, all right.
Hooray. And then November 9th and 10th, I'm going to be in Minneapolis at the Comedy Corner Underground, headlining with Mallory. It's going to be me and Mal working out there.
Oh, yeah.
So come see who I'm doing all this for. And then also me, I guess, at Corner Bar in Minneapolis. Awesome. And again, every single Monday at the Gman Tavern, mention the podcast. I will buy you a beer because they are free for me. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Lovely. So, yeah, the best. You're the greatest, man. And I appreciate you coming down and spending this night with us. And you people out there, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time. Till death do us fart. See you later.